The key to your relationship with your specific person. This is kind of a weird key, but if you bear with me, I'll explain how this weird key can help you get your specific person in the most natural way possible to you. It's a little crazy, a little outside of the box, but y'all know me. I'm going to speak my mind and I'm going to tell you like it is. So we're going to jump in today. This is Susie, your irritated but beautiful swan queen. Welcome back to the garden, my beautiful ducklings. Subscribe, smash the like button, share my videos, and I promise I'll love you forever. So we're going to jump in on this one. No, actually we're not. We're like really on a rant. I have a bunch of people who message me daily, and they think that I can magically just out of thin air make up a story, tell them the questions to ask, how to praise their situation, and they're going to get their specific person because of what I told them to say. I can't do that. I cannot physically do the work for you. And because I can't physically do the work for you, I do a YouTube video daily. I have my Facebook group. I have Instagram. And I have Messenger and DMs. And you can message me. And I do help people. I prefer you post it on YouTube or in my group where people can see it and everybody gets a benefit than just through a private message. But I do answer almost everything I get. On YouTube, you'll notice that I heart some comments because they're just an appreciation comment, and I'm telling you I love you, thank you for commenting with that little heart. But when you message me and I give you advice and you argue with me, it totally irritates me beyond belief because your way's not working. And since your way's not working, you need to get off your high horse, you need to step out of your comfort zone, and you need to take this key that I'm about to explain to you very seriously. Because your specific person relationship isn't working because you are obsessing over it in a very bad way. You are obsessing over this person in an extremely bad way that people go on rants about why manifesting a specific person is wrong and why they compare it to spiritual rape. It's not. When you are thinking about this person, they are thinking about you. The way you are thinking, again, is a bubble. My bubble says, I want to be with Jared. Jared's bubble says, I want to be with Susie. My bubble says, he's being a jerk. His bubble says it's not the right time. My bubble says, what am I doing wrong? You're blocking me is what his bubble says. You're rejecting me. You don't want me. Your bubble is going, what do I need to change? You. You need to change you is what his bubble is saying. Because until you change you, you're not going to get that relationship. So how do you change you? By using this simple technique that I use in all of my relationships. What is the best relationship you have in your life right now? For me, it is always with my daughter, Savannah. Savannah and I have the greatest relationship in the world. We talk around the clock. We can talk about anything. We respect each other. We have boundaries. Even when we fight and disagree, we agree to disagree. We agree to fight. And here's the best part. I am arguing with her. And she will walk out the door and say, I'm mad at you right now, but I still love you. Or I love you, but it's okay for me to be mad at you. Your relationship with your best friend is the key to getting your specific person. Why? Number one, you're not obsessing over your best friend in a bad way. Number two, you're not worried what your best friend is doing because you know your best friend is going to tell you. They're going to tell you. 3, you have no secrets with your best friend. 4, your relationship is based on respect. 5, let's see what the 5th reason can be. oh, they're your best friend. You know they're going to be there. So in the world of manifesting, the law of assumption, you assume you have a great relationship with your best friend. I don't like the word assumption because the law of assumption says I have a great relationship with my best friend, but I have a lousy relationship with my specific person. The law of assumption says I don't have to manifest my best friend. The law of assumption says I have to manifest my specific person. So if you use your relationship with your best friend and get out a pen and a piece of paper this morning, it's Sunday, you don't have anything to do, and start writing down the qualities of your relationship with your best friend that you love. Write it down and tell me how many times a day you obsess over them doing those qualities. How many times a day do you think that your best friend is going to disrespect you? How many times a day do you say, my best friend disrespects me, my best friend doesn't call me, my best friend doesn't text me, my best friend is being rude, my best friend is a bitch? Very seldom. Very seldom do we say that about our best friends, but we say it about our loves all the time. The love of my life is disrespecting me. The love of my life is ignoring me. The love of my life hasn't responded to my texts. He's waited 6 hours and I know he's been online, but he hasn't messaged me or even read my message. The love of my life works 12-hour shifts. The love of my life has a life outside of his job. And if I'm in the top 3, that's amazing. But if I'm not in the top 3, I then have a right to be upset because I rejected being in the top 3. I rejected it. Not him, me. If my guy's saying I don't need to manifest him, I don't, because that means I have him. If my guy's saying I'm not allowed to manifest this relationship to the next level, I don't want it to be at the next level. So my best friend and my daughter teach me how to have even better relationships. Because I'm not walking around going, oh, Ash is ignoring me. Ash is ignoring me. I'm walking around going, Ash is working 2 jobs. How am I going to fit my schedule and her schedule so we can do dinner? Because that's what you're doing with your best friend. You are accommodating. You are getting up early. You're going to bed late. You're calling at 2 o'clock in the morning going, I had a nightmare and I can't sleep. And no, your best friend's going to answer the phone. But with your guys and your women, we're not doing that. We are putting them in an obsessive mode in a bad way. We are talking bad about them and then we are obsessing and we're doing the tools, the techniques, and the tips. So this is what Susie does. I throw out the word manifesting. I throw out the word doubt. I throw out the law of assumption. Because all of that is big manifesting tools that give me a headache. And I'm prone to migraines. So anything that gives me a headache goes in the trash can. Because that's how I keep my headaches away. Trash can, bye-bye. Don't want you, bye-bye. This is what I do. I create a story. A 30-second story. So what is your 30-second story about your best friend? We have an absolutely amazing relationship. We can talk about anything. We don't have to talk for days. And as soon as we get back together, it's like we picked up where we left off. That's your 30-second story with your best friend. What are your questions about my best friend? Oh, well, you know, she messages me whenever she gets a chance. She loves me. She's thinking about me. She respects me. She argues with me. She tells me when I think I look fat that I'm not really fat because I'm not really fat, because that's what our best friends do. They support us. They enrich our lives. They add value to our lives. And you are not adding value to your life when you are inside of your box and somebody is offering you help and you are not willing to change about your specific person. So I want Jared to be the love of my life. Why? That is my specific, what is your true desire? Jared's the love of my life. Why is Jared the love of my life? I can't answer that. And that's actually a good answer. I love him for absolutely positively no reason. And that is the best answer in the world, because that's what unconditional love is. If I were to say I love him because he's tall or he's smart or he's good looking, if he loses his smarts, he's going to think, well, does she still love me? If he loses his looks, does she still love me? But when you love somebody for absolutely positively no reason, it is the greatest gift in the world. And I love you for absolutely positively no reason. You don't have to be nice to me, and I still love you. You can be a dick, and I still love you. It doesn't matter. You love somebody unconditionally, it's never going to change. Do I hope they're happy? Absolutely, positively. Are they? Not from what I hear. Because we're making them miserable. And why are we making them miserable? Because we have nothing better to do than to spend 80 hours a week manifesting, 72 hours a week listening to subliminals, and then 40 hours working. So we don't even have time to create a life. So how do you spend time with your best friend when you are so obsessed in a very bad way about being with your specific person? So you want to be with your specific person. That 30-second story we created for your best friend. Here's a 30-second story for my specific person. I love you. Unconditionally, warts and all. You can be in a good mood, a bad mood. I don't care. Because you are the love of my life. And I just want to share a little piece of that life with you. My questions. Why am I happy in this relationship? The first part, why am I happy? The second part, happy in this relationship. The third part, with Jared. It is a threefold question. Why am I happy? Happy married with Jared. Because if I'm happy in this relationship, Jared's going to be happy in this relationship. It's why I say, why am I happily married? If you prefer a how question, how did I instantly get happily married to Jared just by asking this question? So again, I'm happily married to Jared. I'm happy married, and with Jared. It's specific, it's simple, and it's easy. And you guys are going, well, why doesn't it work? Well, because number 3 in this step, your praise. He's not messaging me. He's not calling me. He's ignoring me. We're in radio silence. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know what I need to change. Your imagination and your thoughts can line up all you want, but your words are saying completely the opposite. You have to line up your imagination, which is God. God is your wonderful human imagination. Your thoughts is what is creating the imaginal scene, and your spoken words, which is the cement to your relationship. So you're cementing your relationship with your best friend by saying, you know what, we get along great. We don't have to talk every day, but we do talk every day. We can talk about anything. One of my guy friends, it's my best friend. I get the number 1 spot. We can talk about anything. And it's even amplified because we can talk about other people that we date. And this is my guy friend. And if I could talk about him with the person I'm dating, and the person I'm dating says something or does something that makes me think or analyze the relationship, he's going to tell me, do you analyze our relationship? Well, no. Why are you analyzing his? That's what we're doing. We are taking the one relationship that works and we are using it as the key to get the relationship that we want. And when you stop and think about the relationships that work, you have a love-hate relationship with your parents. My daughter the other day, this is absolutely wonderful, used to tell me, you and Dad are horrible parents. And I looked at her and I said, what? She said, you're horrible parents. Why? You hated Play-Doh. I hated Play-Doh, absolutely, positively. I still hate Play-Doh. She goes, I used to think you were such a horrible parent for it, but now I understand why you would give it to us and then it would magically disappear. Because it's in everything. Your conversation with your best friend is in everything you do. It's in your job. It's in your general life. It's in the way you go shopping. It's in the way you eat. It's in the way you treat your specific person. Listen to that conversation you have with your best friend. You want to analyze something? Analyze your relationship with your best friend. Break it apart. Put it back together, because that relationship is going to get you whatever you want in your life. It's why I say no manifesting buddies, because if you and your manifesting buddy get into a relationship like you and your best friend, you're not going to manifest shit, because you and your best friend can go down the rabbit's hole together and you can spiral out of control. And then you know what? One day one of you go, we need to stop doing this. And then you girls, we put on our big girl panties and we change that relationship. So if you have something that's really traumatic that happens in your life and you are drinking excessively, your best friend may let you drink for a little while and then they're going to pull you out of that hole. That's what you're doing with your specific person. You are drinking and you are acting like an idiot and you are punch drunk and you are grasping at straws trying to figure out how to make this work. Well, take a step back. Get that pen and paper. And when you get that pen and paper, write down all the qualities in the relationship you have with your best friend. Write down all the qualities you want in the relationship with your specific person. And then connect the dots between the two of them. Because you are not obsessing in a wrong way about your best friend. You are obsessing in a good way. You are obsessing so it is enriching that relationship. It's adding value to your life. You are out there day in and day out putting it together and saying that this is the perfect relationship for you. Everything always works out between you and your best friend. Then you need to adapt that with your specific person. Because if it works out with my specific person, then I'm blessed. But the blessing is my relationship with my best friend, because that relationship tells me what everything is like in my reality. And the more I talk to my best friend, the deeper I can dig into why my relationship isn't working with my specific person. Because chances are you're dishing them to her, or you're dishing her to him. Because guys, you are just as bad. Trust me. I have lots of guy friends. I have proven time and time again, you can be best friends with a guy and not sleep with them, because I've had 4 of them. 4 guys in my life that have been my best friend, that have taught me how to have an amazing relationship. Hunter was one of them. You want somebody to fall in love with you? Just keep asking why you're in love with me. And they're going to fall in love with you. Just keep asking them straight to their face. Hunter didn't care. He literally asked them straight to their face. You can't be afraid of acting like Donald Trump and thinking people are going to say you're crazy. Because Trump doesn't care if you say he's crazy. He gets what he wants, and that's all he cares about. And if you truly, truly want to get what you want, take that relationship, pick it apart, and then see what you're doing to make that relationship work. And you will find that when you add that to your specific person relationship, you are going to get it easily with no effort. Try it. But here's the biggest key. No matter what I tell you or anybody else tells you or what comment you read on a Facebook post, unless you actually physically do it, nothing in your life is going to change. I can't make you do the work. I am leading you to the water. You have to pick up the cup, put the water in the glass, and drink it. And until you're ready to drink that water, nothing in your reality is going to change. So if you are in that position where you don't think anything is going to change, do what I teach my clients and start with a simple question. Why am I spoiled? And allow the universe to answer the question. Because when you start with why am I spoiled? Why am I blessed? People start doing nice things for you and it starts turning your life around. But when you think nothing is working, go to the why am I blessed or why am I spoiled question. And the universe will show you exactly why. And then you can go back to working on your specific person. But you have to find a reason why this relationship is working. Because until you do, the doubts, the questions, this isn't working, it's always going to come up in your reality. And once you get back together with them, you're going to wind up breaking up with them because you didn't do the work and you're not going to persist in doing the work. You're just saying, he's mine, we're together. He's mine, we're together. He's mine, we're together. And because you are saying that, you're getting back together and then you're breaking up again. You're getting back together and you're breaking up. It takes less than a second to say the word happy. And when you say you are happy in this relationship, the other person becomes happy in that relationship. And then that relationship works. And happy people do not break up. Happy people stay together. You guys have an absolutely, positively amazing day. I'm going to get off my horse and I am going to go see if there's a football game on because football season's almost around the corner. Again, I love you. Have an absolutely, positively amazing day. And as always, tell me how what I'm sharing with you is drastically changing your life for the better.